Hey guys, Ryan here, and in this video I'll be covering how to significantly speed up the performance of Ubuntu 24.04 LTS by changing the default CPU governor. Much like Windows, Linux has different methods of telling your CPU or processor to run in different states, and not unlike how power saver, balanced, or performance power plans in Windows functions, or at least the CPU aspect of it. Only on Linux, these are called CPU governors. Now in total there are 6 available CPU governors available, however the only 3 that are worth noting are performance, power save and on demand. So for example, if you've got a laptop and you wish to conserve some battery life, then you might want to tell your CPU to use the power save governor, which will reduce the maximum clock speed and therefore use less energy. Now on the other hand, if you have a desktop, then you might want to always run your CPU at the highest possible clock speed, which in this case, you'd want to be using the performance governor. So by default, Ubuntu uses the third option, which is the on-demand governor, which is kind of a hybrid of the previous two, in that it's going to increase the clock speed when it's required, and then drop it down when the system is idle. Of course, the downside of that is that if you suddenly move on from a light task to something that's a bit more intensive, then you'll find that the system will feel a bit sluggish until it's hit a clock speed that's suitable. And the purpose of this particular video today is to show you how to easily change from the default CPU governor on demand to performance on any system. And to achieve that, we're going to be using a built-in utility called CPU freakutils, which can be easily installed using the Ubuntu package manager. So to install CPU freakutils, open the terminal window and then run the following command: sudo apt install CPU freakutils. With that now installed, we can move on to change the CPU governor to performance. So to change the CPU governor to performance, then you want to run the next terminal command, which will apply immediately to all your CPU cores. However, it will not persist on a reboot. In order to resolve that, we can create a small script to apply the above boot. But in order to do that, we need to create what's known as a systemd service file, which we can do with the following command: sudo nano etc systemd system set-cpfreak.service. Now by running this command, what you'll find is it'll open up in Nano, which is a command line text editor. And inside the file, you want to put the following, which I'm going to leave in the description of this video, so don't worry if you can't read it on the screen. And really what this configuration will do is tell the service file to run the script once at boot for all users. Once you're happy with that, it's Ctrl+X to save the file. So now that we've created the service file, we need to create the script itself, which we can do with the following command, which is sudo nano usr bin/set cpufreak.sh. Once again, this will open up in Nano, and you might actually recognize what we're going to use here. It's literally the command we just ran about a couple of minutes back. Once again, if you're happy with that, Ctrl+X to save the file. And the final thing we need to do with this script is just to make it executable so it can run at boot. And you do that with the following command, which is sudo chmod +x, and then reference where the script is, so in this case, usr bin set cpufreak.sh. So with all that done, the final thing we need to do now is to reload the systemd manager configuration and then set the new service to start at boot, which we can do with the following 2 commands in sequence. The first one is sudo systemctl daemon reload, and the next one is sudo systemctl enable set cpufreak.service. All we need to do now is restart the system, and what you'll find is the next time you sign in, the CPU governor will now be applied at boot to your CPU, as well as all of its cores. And that's it, all done. So in conclusion, as it turns out, this is one of the very first things that I do when I'm set up any installation of Ubuntu, as it gives you a nice performance boost, especially on a desktop. But in either case, I hope this video was helpful today, and if so, please don't forget to leave a like, share the video, and then subscribe to this channel for more content like this in the very near future. Thanks again, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Goodbye then.